in that Jain University team?
Yeah. I have, sir. Okay. 1 second.
Sunil, can you switch on the video?
हाँ डॉक्टर.
Namaskara. Sir,
इधर.
I think we'll switch on the video so that.
इधर है डॉक्टर.
This guy. So, Shivkumar Petty. He looks like Shivkumar Petty. He's a psychiatrist. It's masses.
Pooja, please mute yourself.
Good evening, sir. Sunil. Sir, good evening, sir. Namaskara, sir. I am joining from Kalburgi, sir. Kalburgi.
ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಜೋರಾಗಿದೆಯಾ?
ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So I think yeah, we can start, sir. I think Gina, shall we start?
Yes, sir. We can go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. I think more people will join.
51 participants are there.
52 are there, sir, as of now. People will join, sir. Some more people will join.
ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಕನ್ನಡ ಎರಡೂ ಇರಬೇಕಾ?
I think we can go with English, I think, sir.
Okay. If anybody wants information Kannada, let them ask.
Yes, sir. Because we advertised as English program only.
Okay.
Gina, is it right? Gina?
Yes, sir. We don't know Kannada, sir.
Okay, there may be some people. We'll see. I think, sir, English you can.
Okay, start off English.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Yes, please in English. We won't understand anything.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
ಸರ್ ಕನ್ನಡನೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ.
No, language, the slides are both bilingual. Kannada and English is there.
Yeah, you can follow. Maybe the interaction, if somebody has a specific thing, we can address. I think both of us can respond. I think majority, I think English speaking. Gina?
Yes.
Gina, no, I'm asking our coordinator, VMS coordinator.
Oh, sorry.
I think Gina is there, I think. Sorry.
Yes.
It's okay. That's why I was getting confused. Why is my name being called out? Thank you.
Our coordinator is actually Gina. She is also from Jain University. Okay. Okay. Sir, I will only start.
Start.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Vayomanasa Sanjeevani initiative, it is our pleasure to invite today all of you for this public awareness program. As part of the 3-day program that has been organized along with in the collaboration with Jain University, Department of Psychology, we have had international conference on healthy aging for the past 2 days. And I'm sure all of you would have heard more about the science aspects of it. And today, a lot of other people have joined for the public awareness program. And it's my pleasure to invite my teacher and one of the kind of inspirational persons for this Vayomanasa Sanjeevani initiative, Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar. He is a former senior professor of psychiatry at NIMHANS. He was also the deputy medical superintendent, and he founded Samadhana Counseling Center way back in 2013. And subsequently, he has been continuing his, I think even earlier, he has been continuing his service after his retirement, post-retirement, as a full-time in Samadhana Counseling Center. And he has been, I think, he's a person who has been the face of community psychiatry movement in Karnataka, and is also nationally known. He has contributed a lot for the National Mental Health Program in the initial days when it was conceptualized in Sakalvara, where people have done outreach in the nearby villages and tried to identify and treat persons with mental illness when there was a lot of stigma. And he also had traveled to the various parts of Karnataka, particularly to the Kalyana Karnataka region, and Bellary, where the National Mental Health Program was actually piloted as an initial thing with very, very less resource. They had actually experimented whether people can be trained. The general doctors, primary care doctors can be trained, and persons with mental illness can get care from the general hospital settings or general primary health care settings. And subsequently, this has gone on to National Mental Health Program, District Mental Health Program. Today, more than 600, 700 districts are covered under the National Mental Health Program, and they are district mental health component of that. And subsequently, now NIMHANS has actually got the opportunity to lead the National Tele-Mental Health Program, where in the union budget in this year, it has been announced that a big initiative to boost the Tele-Mental Health Program has been announced across the country. And so in many ways, Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhar has been instrumental in taking psychiatry to masses. And his writings in Kannada as well as English has been something which has made many people understand the mental health problems in a very simple manner. And we have had experiences as trainees in NIMHANS where patients will walk with this book and then say, I have these symptoms, I have this problem, I want to meet CRC sir, and I want to start treatment. So that kind of popularity he has had, and he's also renowned and affectionately called as people's psychiatrist. And truly so, because he has responded to thousands of letters even before the phone and other communication has become much more in practice. He would patiently respond to a lot of letters, what patients ask in terms of clarity, in terms of mental health related queries. And through various outreach programs, he has been continuously involved in the mission to create awareness about mental health. And another major contribution has been training volunteers, training a lot of volunteers who are ambassadors for promoting mental health care and reducing the stigma. And some of them have gone on to become lay counselors, and they have been involved in providing mental health service in various ways. Even during the COVID times, I think tomorrow we are having a program in Samadhana Counseling Center where nearly 30 people who have been rendering the service during the COVID pandemic by providing counseling. I think one of the big credit is for Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar sir is that even during the peak of the COVID or the beginning of the COVID, where everybody was apprehensive what is going to happen, and NIMHANS mental health services got closed for a few months, where we were again preparing ourselves to face the crowd and how to manage, and all those standard operating procedures were formed. Despite all these things, I think the Samadhana Counseling Center did not close for a single day. Even during the lockdown, it got shifted to his home and he was providing service from there. So I think that the kind of commitment what Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar sir has actually done is something everyone to kind of get inspired. And with respect to the Vayomanasa Sanjeevani initiative, I think he has been the one person who has kind of inspired us for this and also supported us. Many of the volunteers of this Vayomanasa Sanjeevani initiative were all members of the Samadhana family, and they have been helping us to kind of run this initiative. I think yesterday, I think this Thursday, we had 50th program of one of the volunteer-led public awareness initiative programs in Canada. Every week on Thursdays, the team led by Mrs. Ratnaprabha, they organize public awareness programs in Canada. So that had a 50th session this Thursday. So the Vayomanasa Sanjeevani initiative was started as an initiative to support the decade of healthy aging. 2021 to 2030 has been declared by the United Nations and World Health Organization as the decade of healthy aging. And we thought we should not just do sporadic kind of public awareness programs. We should be having a regular contact and engagement with the public. So that led to this initiative where the technology being used, an online engagement forum where people every Monday we are discussing various topics related to aging. A few Mondays in Kannada and few Mondays in English, and some of the other some of the other programs in say small team programs is happening in Kannada, some of the sessions in Hindi and some of them in Tamil. So we are having a lot of active participation from senior citizens, and it is being led as a senior citizen program. NIMHANS is more of a coordinating and providing some leadership. Today I'm joining from Gulbarga, attending another program, so my network may be a little unstable. Sometimes you may not be able to hear. But today the main focus of today's program is Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar sir. I also want to express my gratitude to Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar sir. He has kind of supported NIMHANS in a big way in terms of when we announced starting a dementia care center in Sakalvara. He had contributed from his personal funds 1 crore rupees for the maintenance expenditure for this center. And also this is going to help the dementia care services at NIMHANS. And I place on, I would like to convey my sincere gratitude and thanks to sir for all these kind of support and contributions. And today he will be talking about healthy aging. And when we talk of healthy aging, I think you might have heard a lot of talks the past 2 days. Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar is one example who lives and demonstrates as to what one can do. From the beginning, public service has been the motto, and he has planned his retirement. In fact, a few years before retirement, he has started the Samadhana Counseling Center. And as a person who has been always involved in public service, if he had not planned it, if he had not created this forum, he would have actually had difficulty to kind of get himself engaged. So there was a very seamless kind of transition what happened, and I don't think he has taken a single day break. If he is taking a break, he will be doing some public awareness program somewhere else on the other day, except I think Sundays is only, I think Sundays also he conducts the lay counselors training program. Saturday and Sunday is the lay counselors training program, of which I think more than 50 batches have been conducted. So we can go on and on. I think, but I think everybody is keen to hear Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar sir. And so over to you, sir. I think the Jain University students are there. Some of the public, our participants of regular Vayomanasa Sanjeevani outreach programs are also there. Everybody is keen to listen to you on various aspects about healthy aging. Thank you, sir.
So thank you, Dr. Shivkumar. So good evening to everybody. Let's start. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, can you see the slide moving?
Yes, slide is not moving, sir. Can you change?
Yeah.
Sunil, slide is not moving.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, 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 yes. It is moving now.
Okay. So aging is a natural process. Every day we spend, we become one day older. So by definition, once you get into 60s, then physically you are entering into old age. Mentally, you do not become old at all. Even at 90 or 99, you can be as young as 18 or 20 years old. So, Bhagavan Buddha, 2500 years ago, after his enlightenment, he declared that we can't prevent diseases, we can't prevent aging, and we can't prevent death. Go to any temple, pray any god, or do any circus. These three things cannot be prevented. Whether animal or man, diseases are very common. Of course, many diseases are preventable, but you can't remain totally healthy forever. And aging, if you don't die, then your age increases. Similarly, death is inevitable. Whether you die at the age of 30 or 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, we'll go into those details. Why people die prematurely and what is the average lifespan of Indians and so on. So irrespective of your age, there may be many young people in this audience, students of Jain University and others. So whether you are young, middle age or old age, one is physical fitness. The 9 systems in the body, starting from brain and nervous system, digestive system, circulatory system, then respiratory system, then reproductive system. There are 9 systems in the body operating, so they have to be fit to work regularly and maintain the body. Then mentally fit.
So the slide is not moving, sir.
Right, and I'm not moving. I'm giving introduction. I'm giving introduction. So mental fitness is the tranquility. You should not have any negative thinking. You should not have any negative feelings. Always you should have positive thoughts, positive feelings like love and affection, boldness, calmness, and socially fit. You should be able to interact with your family members, your colleagues, your classmates, your age mates, and interact with society. So the physical fitness, the mental fitness, and social fitness, if we maintain in young age, middle age, then automatically it gets transmitted to old age. So what's the average lifespan all over the world? All of us know Japan is the highest. Japan is the highest. The average is 84. Now it might have increased further. Then we Indians, we stand at the level of 74 years. So that means if a child is born today in India, there is all the chance of this child living up to 74 years. It was hardly 30, 35 when we got independence. That means every year, the longevity of people all over the world, including India, is increasing, and we are adding to senior citizen population. Now it's about 10% now. Then in another 10 years, it may reach to 30%, that's the estimation. That means graying of population or old age population will be on the rise, and young age population will be declining because our birth rate is coming down. So that means when you live for about 75 years on the average, then how to remain healthy and how to make this process of aging normal as well as not harmful to any person. So what are the causes of death in India? See, look at these figures. 25% of deaths are occurring mainly because of cardiovascular diseases. The blood supply to the heart gets disrupted, sudden heart arrest like Punita Rajkumar died, or other valve problem or other problems. So cardiac problems, heart diseases contribute to 25% of death in India. So that means if you want to be healthy during throughout your period of life, especially in old age, you have to keep your heart as strong as possible and do not do anything which damages your heart. Then respiratory diseases. During COVID time, many people died because of lung damage caused by COVID-19, especially elderly people. Then tuberculosis, then diarrhea, cancer is increasing, then digestive problems, stomach and intestine. Then accidents contribute to about 5% of deaths in the country. Many elderly people are more prone for accidents. They accidentally fall both within the house and outside the house or road accidents. And 3% of people die committing suicide. Suicide deaths are increasing in younger population. 35% of suicides are occurring below the age of 25. Whereas in the West, even elderly people commit suicide because of lack of social support system, lack of emotional support system. So that means if you want a healthy aging, you have to keep your heart fit, lungs fit, then your digestive system fit, then you should avoid road accidents and other accidental injuries. Then there are two theories of aging. One is pre-programmed theory. The lifespan is fixed in the genes at the time of conception itself. As soon as the sperm fertilizes the egg, ovum, in the mother's womb, that genes, 20,000 genes are there in every cell, 50% coming from the father's side, 50% coming from the mother's side. So there is a genetic recording of the lifespan of the individual or when the aging should start. Because, for some, aging starts even at the age of 50 itself. They become old, both physically and mentally, though their age is 50. Some people remain active even at the age of 80 or 85, and we don't see the aging process at all. So one is pre-programmed theory. The lifespan and aging is decided by the genes at the time of conception itself. Then the damage theory says the aging process gets hastened or aging process starts very early because of one most common cause in India is poor nutrition or malnourishment. Again, every day newspaper you are reading 50% of women, 50% of children are malnourished even today, 2022. Though there is a lot of progress made, 50% of women and children and elderly people suffer from malnourishment, protein deficiency, vitamin deficiency, iron deficiency, and so on. So poor nutrition contributes a lot for speedy aging process or various diseases. Second factor is the infections. The bacteria, viruses, fungus, we should say thanks to COVID-19, it taught us the importance of cleanliness, number one, and also importance of our immunity system. So we are prone for infections because of our poor nutrition, poor personal hygiene and environmental hygiene. Bacteria, viruses, fungus enter our body, enter our lungs, and then damage the body. Then toxic substances. Again, I'm pointing this information towards youngsters who are very fond of junk foods. Very fond of junk foods. Now, most of the parents complain that their sons and daughters do not prefer to eat at home, but they prefer to eat in restaurants or roadside food joints or various prepared foods, whether it's bakery items, cookies, biscuits, or pizzas and so on. Because these food contains a lot of chemicals. They use chemicals as a preservative, number one, and also they use chemicals to increase the taste. In India, there's no control. Many banned chemicals are used to prepare gobi manchurias, prepared to use palaus, prepared to use various other dishes because the taste. So we are consuming a lot of harmful chemicals started from very young age. Even children are getting addicted to junk foods. Then carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide level in our, like in Bangalore, it is already beyond the safety point. You have 80 lakhs vehicles moving around the city, and the exhaust smoke of the vehicles contain carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, and we're cutting trees, the greenery is coming down, and consuming alcohol. Again, it's a lesson all of us have to learn. Alcohol has become very favorite drink of youngsters, middle age, and even old age. Because they think that alcohol gives you happiness, makes you to feel high, and the consumption of alcohol is very high, and so there are thousands and lakhs of joints selling alcohol. All weekends, youngsters take alcohol. Then people who are earning well, they spend a lot of money buying alcohol, and we have seen during lockdown period how people stood in queues kilometers length to buy alcohol. Alcohol damages your liver, damages your heart, damages your nervous system, damages your kidney, but people are not bothered. Government is not bothered. Alcohol is a legal substance, can be used, only you should not get intoxicated. That's all the law says. Otherwise, you can consume alcohol every day and then spoil your health. Then tobacco. So every cigarette has a printed message. Tobacco is dangerous to life. So people chew tobacco, smoke tobacco, and various other drugs. Now, again, in the last 1 year, we have seen how tons and tons of ganja, tons and tons of other intoxicating drugs are dumped into Bangalore market. It's available everywhere. And they catch out of youngsters. And they say it improves your concentration, it improves your memory, it makes you happy person. So take it. There are some toxins which are produced inside the body, what you call free radicals and lipofuscin. So these are these toxins are produced as part of metabolism, and there is a mechanism in our body to remove these free radicals and lipofuscin if they're in limits. So these are the things which make your aging very, very unhealthy and very, very painful. And now you know that all these things are preventable. Please remember, take good food, nutritious food, you are saved. Then avoid infections, bacteria, virus, fungus by personal hygiene as well as environmental hygiene. Avoid taking toxic substances. Avoid using alcohol and tobacco. Make environmental changes. Grow some even plants in pots. If you don't have space within in our hostel or in our home, so keep some plants in the pots, and so that you get fresh air, oxygen, and never use intoxicating drugs like ganja, weed, speed, or opiates, brown sugar, heroin, and so on. Then these are the diseases which are on the rise. Now, all these diseases are occurring in young age. Even when I did my MBBS 45 years ago, all these diseases were seen in elderly people. Now we are seeing in young people. At the age of 20, people develop BP. At the age of 25, people develop diabetes. And throughout life, they suffer. So naturally, these diseases, high BP, diabetes, heart disease, liver disease, lung disease, kidney disease, and cancer, naturally take away your health and you start suffering. You have to spend a lot of money for treatment. In spite of treatment, the various systems get damaged and you become disabled when you enter into 60s. So for healthy aging, please keep your BP at normal level. Don't develop diabetes because they're all stress-induced. And also the type of food you take and the type of life you lead. That's why they are called as stress-related diseases. High BP, BP 150 and above systolic, 90 or 100 above diastolic. Diabetes, your fasting sugar should be below 120. If it's beyond 120, you are a diabetic. Then heart disease, exercise every day. Now people only play games, video games. They don't go to the field, they don't walk, all sedentary life. After COVID, everybody is housebound, bound to their chair, no movement, nothing. And liver disease, as I told you, alcohol and other chemicals which enter our body through food, and lungs, mainly dust and carbon monoxide, and kidney damage, because we swallow a lot of, again, in the last 1 month or 2 months, people take Dolo 650 for breakfast, Dolo 650 for lunch, Dolo 650 for night dinner. Now people are swallowing a lot of painkillers without consulting anybody. All painkillers, if abused, they cause kidney damage. And cancer is on the rise mainly because of our lifestyle. So what are the cause of death after 65? Again, to repeat, heart diseases, cancer, chronic obstructive diseases, pulmonary diseases, stroke, Alzheimer's disease and dementias, diabetes, pneumonia, accidental falls, nephritis, kidney problem, and septicemia. So these are all preventable. It's all preventable. Otherwise, a lot of people do not bother about their health during their young age, during their middle age, do everything to destroy or damage their body and develop these diseases and suffer. And in old age, you don't have anybody to take care of you. Families have gone, children are away, and in Bangalore, we see a lot of senior citizens living alone without any social, they don't have somebody to go and get medicines for them. Nobody is there to take them to a hospital. So this is a sad story which is occurring, and people we are seeing people in Samadhana. Sir, we don't have anybody. Son is in America, daughter is in Chennai, my brother is in Delhi, and we are alone. So this type of very sad state of affairs where the social support system is dwindling, and we have to form a networking. All youngsters say, Vayomanasa Sanjeevani is a program where anybody can join as a volunteer. A young adolescent boy or a girl can become a volunteer. A middle-aged person can become a volunteer. A retired person can become a volunteer to talk to elders in the locality or to go to a There are 400 senior citizen homes in Bangalore. They feel left out. They feel left out. No social interaction. Then, as age advances, 80% of us develop poor insight, poor eyesight, poor hearing problems, joint pains, then other conditions. So these two, mainly the three. The poor eyesight, again, we don't bother about, again, mobile abuse. Now, it has been clearly told that if you use mobile for more than an hour or two continuously, especially night time, your eyes become dry. The light falls on your eyes, the eyes become dry, and gradually you lose your eyesight. Similarly, hearing, there's put ear fun and then listen to music throughout night. Many people, youngsters, go to bed with music on and with earphones, and they are sleeping, but their eardrums are bombarded with high-pitched sound or modern music. And joint pains, if you don't move the joints, then they become stiff. Arthritis of various kinds, rheumatic arthritis, senile arthritis, then traumatic arthritis, and so on. And so once you develop joint pains, there is no cure. Only some joints can be replaced by artificial joints, knee joint and so on. But how much pain many people cannot squat on the floor, cannot walk because of severe joint pains of weight-bearing joints. Then dementia. Again, it's an alarming information for you that dementia is on the rise. Dementia means your memory is coming down, intellectual decline is there, and you can't take care of yourself without support of others. You forget the way, and you can't do money transactions, and you become totally dependent. And dementia is irreversible damage to the brain. And dementia is increasing. That's why NIMHANS is planning to have a dementia care hospital and train the family members to take care of the dementing patients. Because these dementing patients, they behave abnormally, they can't take care of themselves, they soil the clothes with urine and fecal matter, and even they may not be aware of it. They can't dress up themselves, they can't take a bath. So dementia, all of us should be scared because even today, it's a irreversible disease. Once you develop dementia, progressively you go into a severe state of situation wherein you become totally dependent. Then breathing problems, digestive problems, and depression. Depression, anxiety, again, post-COVID period, all starting from children to elderly people have developed depression and anxiety and anger, irritability. And because of old age, you feel inferior because you can't compete with youngsters. People neglect you. Even people make fun of you if you are an elderly person trying to cross a road. It's a Baba, why you are come out of the house? Why can't you stay at home? You can't even walk properly, get lost. So this type of social rejection and society now doesn't respect elderly people because of various reasons. Youngsters, physical strength, youngsters want to compete. They think that world belongs to them, and elderly people are a burden to the society. Then three are things starting from young age hastens the aging process. One is worries. Worry about the past mistakes, worry about future, worry about your financial problems, worry about the exams, worry about unemployment. No, there is 101 things to worry about. And we know worrying doesn't help us at all, but we keep worrying. So worrying brings aging process very early in our life. And worries make our life miserable because worrying is a negative thinking. negative thinking, and frustrations. No, desires are thousands of desires we have. After 8 years of tapas, Gautama Buddha found out that the cause for human misery is desires and excess desires. And he told people, can you reduce your desires if you want to prevent frustration? Because frustration makes you to feel the pain and also to lose hopes of having a good life, or even many frustrated people tend to commit suicide. Insecurity feelings. The more and more you live alone, more and more you have less money, more and more you have less social support system, you feel insecure. So there's nobody to take care of me. There's nobody to help me. What will happen to me if I fall down? What will happen to me if I become unconscious or develop a stroke when I am alone in the house? So these three things, again, an appeal to all youngsters, all middle-aged people. Can you reduce? You can reduce. Stop worrying. Feel happy with whatever you get, whatever grades you get in the college, whatever grades you get in the work situation, whatever money, salary you get, be satisfied. Don't say that you got less, or you can't buy a new car, or you can't buy a new flat, or you can't buy jewels and decorate yourself. So please avoid worries, avoid frustrations, and do something to feel secure. Be in touch with police, be in touch with some NGOs, be in touch with friendly neighbors who can come to our help and give you all the feelings of security, both physical security, mental security, and social security. Then all of us do worry about our money matters. Many of us carry a lot of guilt. As psychiatrists, I see many people, when we say, what is bothering you? Are you worried about something? They always report of past mistakes they did or wrong decisions they took. Even today morning, a student who has joined BE is in third semester. He is feeling guilty of choosing engineering course. He told me, sir, it was my choice. But no, I think this course is not for me. I feel guilty. I want to quit this course, but I have paid the donation, and I'm worried about my parents, what they would say if I say I would quit the course. Or will I be able to thrive well in a new course I select? Then worry about family, children, worry about attitude of others, because many people are developing negative attitudes each other. Wife develops negative attitude. My husband is a bad fellow. My wife is a very nasty woman. Or my parents are not good. Or my grandchildren are very notorious and mischievous. So this type of wrong attitude, men towards women, women towards men, and one generation against other generation. Then when disability sets in because of aging, your muscle power is less, your concentration is less, your eyesight is less, or you can't move independently, you can't go to a bank and draw money. So all these disabilities, which are part of aging, makes us sad, the past mistakes. And also we are afraid of death and dying. Even today, one young man comes and says that his uncle died. And now he thinks that he may also die. Why do you know, sir? I don't know. I saw the suffering of my uncle, and of course, I had COVID as well as later other problems and died. And death was unexpected. He was hale and healthy just 3 months ago. So now I think that even I may die. So people, all over the world, it's a general attitude. Though we know that we can't prevent death, we don't want death to come to us. We want to live forever. And dying process. How I am going to die? Die with lot of pain, get admitted to ICU, with all gadgets, with all tubes, and even I can't communicate my distress to anybody. Will I get the proper treatment? And the negative life events, worry about future. So, as mental professionals, we keep telling every day to everyone who come to our center, please, please stop worrying. If you stop worrying, you live longer, you live healthier. Very simple thing to do, but many people do not follow the simple tips. Let me not worry. Let anything may happen. Let any problem may come. I will try to face with a smile on my face. Or there will be somebody to come to my rescue, and I will be helped. So don't develop any negative thinking and stop worrying is an important thing, simple thing we have to do to postpone aging or to postpone the disability. Then all of us have to learn to manage our unfulfilled desires, unreached goals, then no recognition by others or by the society. Every time Padma Shri awards are announced or Rajyasabha awards, there will be thousands of people who are frustrated. I am the most right person to get this award, but the government is not recognizing me. So recognition in terms of awards and rewards and even status, then neglected by children and close relatives, and justice is denied. Justice is denied. Again, yesterday, one person came to our center. He said his father died. All the property is in the name of the mother because she is the owner now. And now one brother is threatening that he should get a major share in the property, and other two brothers are not bothered. They're scared to face him or go to the court. And this person, sir, I don't know what to do. What to do? This fellow will manage to get more share in the property because my mother is old and is not well educated, and she may yield to his pressure and blackmailing technique, and others will suffer. And we can't go to the court, and going to court is so expensive. So again, another important thing is all of us have to do in our life is accept the reality and avoid sadness which may arise out of all these unfulfilled desires, unreached goals, then no recognition, neglect by your own people or relatives, because nobody bothers. No phone call. In Bangalore, people do report, even in my personal experience, no relatives do not ring up you and start a social conversation. If they want something, they only call you. Otherwise, for months together, no phone calls. You alone visiting you or inviting you to their house, all those things have gone because of COVID. Even phone calls are becoming very less because only if they want something, they contact. If they don't want anything, then no social obligation to call the brother or sister or some relative to find out how is he doing well or not, any problem. So there's a reality of life, reality of a society where the family system becoming weak, the social system is becoming chaotic, and people are becoming self-centered. Then personal safety, safety to family and children, safety of money and materials. Again, many of us may not know where to put our money, either in the bank or in the society, or somebody offers 30% interest or 20% interest. So many people, all age groups, they invest the money in stock market or in other very dubious institutions which attract you, announcing high interest rates, and then you get cheated. So, starting from middle age, many of us may have this insecurity feeling as far as money matters are concerned, because which is the best way to safeguard our money and property. So make a security arrangements, consult good agencies or uh, uh, people who know how to manage money matters. Then, as I told you, the food is very, 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 very important. What food you take decides your health and decides your aging process. One is good food, live long; bad food, early aging and early death. So it should be a balanced. In the picture, we have shown you a chapati, the rice, and some salads and egg, and so it has to be a balanced one, which contains sufficient carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins. Other than people, the market is loaded with all nutrients, health drinks, or protein preparations, which are quite very expensive. Half a kg of a protein jar may cost you 600 or 700 rupees, which middle class man cannot afford to buy the protein powder and use it. So we can plan our diet, healthy diet, with available food items which are cheap. So this a list of things. I'm not going to details. That means after age of 50, we should reduce our calories. Don't eat what you are eating when you are 20, 25 or 30. 3,000 calories we need when we're young, and it will be only 1,500 calories when we become old or 60 plus. Then sleep is another important thing all of us have to look into. Otherwise, 70% of people are suffering from sleep problem, insomnia. And people take alcohol to get sleep, people take Anxieta, Trica to get sleep, people do all kinds of things to get sleep, and they don't get sleep. And we need 6 hours of sleep. So if you follow sleep discipline from the beginning, because sleep is a natural healer, sleep is a natural relaxing activity. Unfortunately, people remain awake till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, even youngsters, and get up late in the morning. If now work from home, if the work starts at 10 o'clock, they will get up by 9 o'clock. And even they don't take bath, even they don't eat, and start attending the work. So sleep and the food, and then healthy sexual activity. Again, sex is a basic need of every person, whether a woman, whether you're a man. So now again, people are losing control over sexual activity and sexual discipline. So a lot of premarital, extramarital relationships, and because of porno films, now there are more than 1,000 channels, including India, all over the world. And people are getting addicted to porno films, and they want that type of abnormal sex and exaggerated sexual pleasure, and get into a lot of difficulties. Then movements, again, people are becoming more and more sedentary in their life. They don't move their body. We have 206 bones are there, 600 joints are there, 500 muscles are there, and 60,000 mile length of blood vessels are there. You want to keep your locomotor system healthy throughout life, you have to do exercise. You have to walk. You have to move your body. So walking, slow jogging, swimming, cycling, outdoor games is a must. And youngsters until the age of 40, 50, spend 1 hour doing some physical activities, exercise, to keep your bones, joints, muscles strong, so that once you enter the age of 60, your locomotor system is good enough to carry your body without any pain, without any disability. So, Sunil, slide more there. Okay. Then have a smile on the face. How to be happy? So again, people think of alcohol, people think of joining a dance party or a rave parties or other kinds of unhealthy activities. So all of us have to develop the healthy methods of relaxation. So the art, the music and dance and painting. From childhood, actually every child start drawing, start painting, but once you enter the college, you forget painting or various artistic methods of expressing your emotions. Again, music and dance, then the music and dance which provoke you, better to avoid. Music and dance which relaxes you should be preferred. So select the type of music, the melodious music or the traditional dancing, which are more healthy than very exciting or provocative type of music and dancing. Then avoid loneliness. Share your feelings with someone you like. You have to share your feelings. And talk to, this we call connectivity. Now there is a lot of research going on regarding connectivity. There is more and more people you are connected to, you are more happy and healthy. Less and less people you are connected to and you don't have any friends to share or people to share your feelings or you company, your health goes down and you start feeling lonely. Loneliness is very, very painful. Then reading is a very good habit. Again, unfortunately, our children and youngsters are losing interest in this healthy activity. Reading books, again, now it's forgotten. Then, of course, religiousness is a debatable issue. Some people may believe in God, some people may not believe in God. If a religious, pray to God, because every religion has a ritual of offering prayers to God, whether a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew or even tribals, they believe in God and offer prayers in their own way. So offering prayers to God is thanksgiving to God and of course put some demands in front of God or request God to help you improve your positive psychology or the self-confidence or watching or playing games. So these are the methods all of us have to use to keep our mind calm, mind relaxed. Otherwise, nowadays the high technical jobs, very, very monotonous, 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours, you have to sit in front of the computer, or you have to do the same kind of activity every day. And it's not challenging or it's not comfortable. So people find it very difficult to be happy in their job or in their occupation. Then reduce our needs, do not look for luxuries. Because America has paid dearly for this attitude and we are following their culture. Enjoy all luxuries of life, whether it's vehicle, whether it is traveling, whether it is restaurants. Even in, I was looking at a short film describing what is Ukraine. And in that they were telling that most of the Ukrainians do not cook food at all. every sixth shop or fifth shop is a restaurant, and people love to eat food outside, and they don't cook food at home at all, or go to very expensive restaurants and spend a lot of money to have a meal or to have a dinner. Then recall positive life events and don't recall negative life events. And share your experience, because no, especially elderly people are rich in their experiences. Youngsters should talk to the elderly people and ask them to talk about their experience of life. Similarly, elderly people should share their experiences of both joy and sorrow with youngsters, because they give an insight into life. And be active. So don't think of having a retired life once you have a retirement. Sir, 58, 60, 62, I'm retired. No, what are you doing? Nothing, sir. Nothing. So after retirement, you should be more active. You have many activities to keep yourself busy from morning till night, so at night you get a good sleep. And join social service activities, social organizations, because there are many people who need help from us, because in India, 30% of people are very poor. So in lockdown period, how even poor people gave food to those who couldn't have a meal a day, or they gave other lot of support, even though they were poor themselves. Of course, some rich people gave a lot of donations or distributed food grains and other things. But many people remained without doing anything to anybody. So doing social service activities. I'm safe, but can I think of the safety of others? I'm happy. Can I make something to make my neighbors happy, or the poor, or the unfortunate ones nearby? So these are the various activities which make us proud of ourselves, as well as it improves our mental health, improves our social commitment, improves our physical fitness, so that aging doesn't bother us. We cross 60, we cross 70, but both physically, mentally, socially, we are fit. And again, now in India, as in many countries, the health system is not well organized at all. Now people are asking, students who went to Ukraine to do MBBS, because they couldn't get seat here. The private sector is so expensive. You have to spend crores of rupees to get a PG seat, or even to get an MBBS seat if you are not having enough merit to be said, because 60,000 MBBS seats and 15 lakh, 17 lakh people take NEET examination. Oh no, there is a big negative comment on NEET examination. Why NEET examination? You are taking away the facilities from local people, and anybody can compete, and then the local people are denied of medical education, or poor people cannot think of medical education. Only rich people can afford. So this type of again private sector and the public sector. Again, COVID showed the inefficiency or the lacunae in our medical system. We don't have well-organized medical system. 80% of medical service available in cities, where 20% of population live, and where 80% of population live rural areas, no medical services, organized medical services we have. Poor infrastructure, and doctors are not available, nurses are not available. So again, we need medical help when we have problems. So every one of us have to find out a reliable and friendly doctor in the vicinity, so that in any problem, medical home, go to him or go to her and get the guidance. Otherwise, self-medication and the shopping behavior. People go to allopathy today, next day they go to Ayurveda, next day they go to homeopathy, then fourth day they go to naturopathy, and they keep experimenting, wasting, or even non-medical people. They go to astrologer, they go to temples, they go to masjid, seeking medical help. They think that the priest of a church or a pujar of a temple or a astrologer can give a solution for the health problem. So this type of chaotic way of getting medical help is seen in India. So this has to be properly looked into. So again, we are worried about death because death is painful, need not be painful all the time. Takes us away from nears and dears. After death, what happens? Because there are various kinds of beliefs, both in Hindus and Muslims and Christians. After death, where I will go? Whether I will go to hell or heaven, or we have salvation mukti, or we have rebirth, or I become a ghost. So this type of imagination, because nobody knows after death what happens, nobody knows. But all these theories make us to feel jittery. And all these astrologers, religious people threaten you. If you donate money to this temple, you will go to hell. Or if you do this type of mistake, God becomes angry on you and he will punish you with the most severe disability and you can't recover at all. So this type of exploitation going on in our country because of these beliefs. Then, as Shankaracharya put it, life and death is a cycle. So it's a theory. Again, we don't have any scientific proof that when you are born, death is inevitable. But if death is there with a life, one more life is inevitable, we don't know. And Devi Gundappa, very learned person, says, we don't know what happens to us. Whether I become a ghost, whether I go to a different world altogether, whether I go to a God's abode, nobody knows. So why you worry about the situation after death? So it's a waste of time, waste of energy to think what happens to us after death. So what is after death? Ghost, rebirth. No one has come back and reported. Why do you bother? Why are you afraid of death? Death is our friend who take you to a different place altogether. And at what place we don't know. Probably it will be good to stay there. So also he says life is a war, a friendly war. No beginning and no end. Winning and losing is natural, but not very important. Play the game, participate in the war, enjoy whether you win or lose. That is life, is what DVG says. Thank you. So I will end my presentation with this note that aging is inevitable. Nobody can totally prevent aging, but we can postpone aging. Age occurs to the body. Age will not bother your mind, should not bother your social health. So, even what to do to keep your body fit, what to do to keep your mind fit, what to do to keep your social connectedness is very important. And irrespective of age, the people who have listened to me, irrespective of age, plan for your 60 and above 60 life, and also take care of your parents, take care of your grandparents, and take care of elderly people in the surroundings. They need help. They need your kindness. They need your sympathy. They need your empathy. Thank you very much. Any questions, any doubts, you are free to ask.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the very insightful and lucid lecture, talk, which has covered from various illnesses to wellness aspects. I think you started with illnesses to give an impact in terms of as to what problems can happen. And I'm sure some of them would have actually developed some anxiety and distress to hear so many illnesses. And subsequently, but you had spoken about a lot of positive aspects as to how from simple things you can actually change these things. And the change, as you said, it is not something, it starts in elderly age group. It starts with whatever age what we are now, and it can happen at any age. No age is kind of it's late for you to start some good positive behaviors. Even at later age, if you do, it can be helpful to some extent. And people who have been healthy, super healthy, people would have made that lifestyle change very early. And many of us would have challenges and may not be that healthy. I think all of us try to become healthy. I think that effort has to happen. And so several simple things have been told, right? From physical activity to say managing diet.
Social activity.
So it is a lot of say in terms of your attitude as to how it has to be modified. And several things sir has written as book in English as well as Kannada. And these books are available both in Samadhana Center as well as I think publishers. It may be available for information. Postponing death and old age. I think the same topic he has actually written books. And his own autobiography actually depicts as to how, as a person, he has led by example. Both in Kannada and English, his autobiography is available. I would appeal to people to get and read it, both in English and Kannada, which actually documents what he is telling. He's not simply telling for the sake of preaching. I think many times, many of us tell it as a professional part, but I think he has followed it in action. Most of the things what he is telling you. And he's a person who has remained active and remained humble and remained very simple. And I see him coming in the same two-wheeler from the day when I have got to NIMHANS, and his needs has not kind of changed, and he has faced adversities. I think one of the things what is said is, I think as elderly, you will always have adversities in terms of physical health issues, losses, your close friends dying and close family members dying. All those adversities we need to accept and then age gracefully and then take it and be resilient. And there's a lot of research actually available to say that elderly is not weak in general. Actually, they are quite resilient, and many of them develop wisdom. In fact, develop positive aspects of how to kind of focus on positive things, and they become much more matured in accepting say negative things or accepting stresses and manage. In fact, most of the elderly many times they don't voluntarily complain about things. You have to actually probe and you have to actually facilitate expressing things, because many times they accept it actually. So but a lot of change can happen, and the youngsters also have a role to play. I think sir has appealed in terms of everybody to start volunteering. I think volunteering is something you can't start only when you retire. I think that attitude has to happen where you are comfortable doing some social contribution. I think that can be very rewarding experience. And Vayomanasa Sanjeevani also offers a lot of, I think we need people to join hands and then do contribute in your own way. How you can spend your time to help an elderly wherever you are, and possibly in online also. I am sure a lot of comments have come in the chat box also. Anybody would like to ask any questions, you can be brief so that you can give opportunity to others, and you can raise your hand in the say there is an option of raising hand.
There's a question on the book. The title of the book is How to Be Happy and How to Be Healthy After 60, published by Sapna Book House. So go to any shop or contact Sapna Book House. You can buy the book online or go to the showroom and buy it. There are more than 10 showrooms in Bangalore, Sapna Book House. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think some people have also asked questions. I think they have raised the hands. Mr. Nagaraj Rao.
Yes,
he's
sir.
the president. He's also a president of the Bangalore Apartment Federation. the senior citizen leading the Bangalore community, and who's one of the partners. And we hope through the collaboration with Bangalore Apartment Federation, we should be able to reach more senior citizens in a more active manner. And we look forward to his initiatives in this direction. Mr. Nagaraj Rao?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. We will do our best because the new year for us has come out now after the AGM. We will definitely take it forward as discussed. Sir, my question is, how much of stress, what is the part of the percentage of stress that can affect the health of an individual, including the ailment or depression or suicide or whatever it is, and certain small ordinary measures to avoid stress?
So as I told you, stress can be day-to-day stress. You open the tap and no water comes. Suddenly the power goes off. Suddenly you slip and fall, and then for 1 hour, 1 more hour, a lot of pain. So starting from small stressors, or your wife is not listening to you, or your son has gone away from you and he says he won't come back, or daughter is already crossing 30 and she doesn't want to get married. She puts a lot of conditions to select a boy. So stress can be anything, starting from money, family, individual issues and frustrations and so on, or the social stressors. So traffic in Bangalore is a very common source of stress to all of us, isn't it? So stress is universal, stress is everywhere. Only thing is how to deal with stress, because you can't change the world, you can't change the traffic problem of Bangalore, or post-COVID situation, or the health facilities. You are not very sure which hospital is better and which system is better. We don't know. When you develop some illness, where to go? Whether to go to Ayurvedic hospital, or whether to go to allopathic hospital, or which doctor is good. Somebody says X is good, somebody says Y is good, or don't take a tablet. People have stress. So should I take this tablet? Does it cause any side effect? Is it addictive? Does it cause liver problem? I looked into Google. So like, like God, omnipotent and is there everywhere. Stress is omnipotent and there everywhere. Only thing is, as I told you, discipline your life. Starting from food intake to sleep and your day-to-day activities, discipline yourself. Do things in an organized manner. Don't do anything unplanned. And also accept things as they come. Accept your limitations. Accept your limitations of your family. Accept your limitations of society. Or we say whether BJP government is good or Congress government is good or Shiromani Akali Dal is good, or we don't know. We know that whether which party comes to power, same problems, same corruption, and they are bothered about their own welfare. They don't bother about common man. So this type of negative, if you want to identify mistakes and lacunae, there will be thousands of lacunae and mistakes in you and in others. What you have to do is, okay, what is good? What is good in me? What is good in the society? Who are good people in the society? Because bad people are on the limelight. Open the newspaper or switch on TV news, all bad people come on the news, in the news. Good people never come. So stress is, one is relaxation. Relaxation, do your work and leave it to if you believe in God, leave it to God. Or, okay, I can do this much, then I will not worry about the outcome. As in Bhagavad Gita, do your duty. Don't worry about the outcome. And
Karmanevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana.
Again, we have to believe that honest effort will give good results. Dishonest effort may not give good results. So this type of right attitudes, positive attitudes, what we call positive psychology. Positive, like a student goes to examination and should think that, yes, I am taking the examination, I have done the preparation, I will pass. You should not think that, oh, I will not pass, I will fail, or my preparation is not good, somebody else preparation is good. So this type of comparison and then looking at only negative aspects of everything is the most stressful. So develop positive psychology, and also simple relaxation. Music is the simplest way to relax. Listen to 1 or 2 songs of your choice, you will relax. you will relax. Go to a park and look at the trees, look at the children who are playing there, look at the pet animals who are brought there. You feel like you feel comfortable. So your positive psychology is the one which stress buster. Negative psychology increases stress. Did I answer? Yes, sir.
I have observed, I have a yoga follower.
Yeah, okay, you can do that. You can do that.
I'm 84 now.
Very good.
I don't have any stress. I don't have any most of these normal ailments at all.
Very good.
Because I'm doing that, and I'm doing the social service of propagating that to others through an online for which also I'm doing it as a social service.
Please do that. Please, I'm happy. Congratulate you for not having any health problem. And also using yoga to relax, because Patanjali Muni, almost 5,000 years ago, designed this, collected all the information and wrote this Ashtanga Yoga, starting from Yama Niyama. People think that yoga means only asanas.
Yeah.
Asana is only one part.
One of them.
Yama and Niyama, the discipline, and then reducing your needs, and not to go behind luxuries, lead a simple life, and be happy about what you get, and respect every living being, whether it's an ant or a elephant or fellow beings. Respect everybody. Respect the nature. Then you are happy. No, we don't respect anybody, and we think that everybody should respect me. How can I do? How can I get the respect? So give respect and take respect.
I'll ask others also to respond, sir. I think a few more people we can.
Sir, I would like to just thank sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'm Asha from Pune, and today I felt as if I was sitting in a conference, and you won't believe I did not miss a single word. Thank you, Chandrasekhar sir. It was awesome. And I am sure everybody who is present today might have enjoyed it like Amrut. Nectar to ears and eyes also. And I salute you, sir, for your patience, your hard work, for putting up everything you could do for the senior citizens. Thank you very much, sir, from Garonda.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. She is one of the active participants of Vayomanasa Sanjeevani.
Okay.
From Pune. Thank you very much, madam, for actively connecting with us. I would invite Mr. Tangaraju, my father. He is also kind of leading the program in Tamil. He has been organizing his group with his friends and doing programs. He wanted to share something. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. PRC. I met you in your home and hospital.
Yeah.
You are very good, interesting person. I have met so many persons like you. But my request is this message should be reached to schools and colleges, because we are discussing only more than 60 years.
Yeah.
People should respect and give respect, get respect. The very good, very apt word. Respect is not invited. Respect, we should show respect.
Should be nurtured.
And also we should expect respect.
Yeah.
This kind of behavior nowadays decreasing due to mobile phone and laptop and other networks and other things, TVs and other things. Seniors are expecting to have to share with their juniors or equal person, even grandchildren like that. But nobody is listening. My request, my suggestion is our program should reach some colleges, some secondary school level.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
They have to hear, and at least 10 to 15% can modify, then change their attitude towards seniors. Likewise, we are having neighbors, friends, and other things. We are interacting with them, and we are happy. Likewise, my request to senior professor, Dr. CRC.
I'm doing it, and I request all the others to do the same, Because
Yes, sir.
wherever I go, with respect to the age group, I tell them that good behavior is showing respect to others, showing love and affection towards others. That's the most humane behavior, love and affection. Animals will do that. And
Yes, sir.
why can't we do that? Because I have a pet at home, a pet dog and a pet cat. How much love and affection it shows without any condition. But
Yes.
our children, they don't reciprocate our kindness and our love and affection because they become more materialistic. I saw the clipping 3 days ago when Ukrainian the students returning back to Chennai. The minister, a senior person, is folding his hand and inviting him. Not even one person looking at that minister and reciprocating the namaskar.
Yes.
Just they were coming inside with a bent head or looking somewhere this side and that side. See, it is a very simple courtesy. A senior minister, whether he's minister or not, irrespective, he is holding his hand and say welcome. And these people do not look at him. Do not look
They
at him.
don't know the culture, sir. They don't know the culture, sir. They will say hi. Hi, like
Because we can't blame them. Because they are not taught. They are not taught. They think that their safety is more important, their happiness more important than reciprocating a good gesture by a senior person.
Sir,
This is a different story.
This program is being organized jointly with Jain University, the Department of Psychology students. I think many of them have joined today also.
Yeah.
So Vayomanasa Sanjeevani is also working with colleges and training volunteers. Jain University is one of them. And I'm sure many of the other people who are here should take up this as much as possible to promote this activity with younger people also. As it is, and Professor CRC sir has been doing it with many colleges and students. He has been doing it as a regular thing, not only in this topic, but various topics on mental health. Vice Principal, Art Department, can you please unmute and share your perspectives? Yeah, you are good. Your name is not visible. Yeah. You have to unmute, madam. You have to unmute. You have to unmute. We are not able to hear you.
Very good afternoon. Good evening to you and the speaker, Dr. Chandrasekhar sir. I don't know. I'm very sorry, but my designation gets reflected. Which I do not like normally. But I'm Madhuri Vaidya from Mumbai. And 2 days back, I had a word with you also, sir, after your keynote speech, that I would like to, once I go back to my college, wherein right now I am out of Mumbai, but I would like to talk to my students and try to sensitize them towards this particular project. And I would definitely like to get collaborated with Vayomanasa Sanjeevani. Today's session was right now, Chandrasekhar sir's session was just beyond. I think now the more we talk about it would just go out of our mind. And so I would like to keep every single word that he spoke in my mind, and I would like to practice it as well. More than what appealed to me from Chandrasekhar sir is that whatever he speaks, I mean, the way his one single smile also gives you such a big relief and that support and that confidence, which I think as people like us who are into this profession, there is a lot to learn from him. And that kind of positivity which he is influencing all of us. Sir, can you take a session for us as well? More than the students, I believe that even we need your guidance. And it was excellent right from our day-to-day life. How can we practice that positivity, and how can we pass it on to the next generation? It is too good. But truly, I would definitely like to invite him as a speaker in online session in my college. Sir, will you agree and will you accept my invitation?
I am ready. I'll be very happy to do online program.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, madam. I think we will continue the collaboration. So if any other, I'm sure a lot of people have actually expressed their opinion in the chat messages and their wishes to CRC sir, and they have expressed their appreciation. I think a lot of his talks are also available in the Samadhana Center YouTube channel, as well as the previous talks is also available in Vayomanasa Sanjeevani channel. I'm sure he is very much approachable. If anybody needs any kind of session I think his simple motto is to kind of be very accessible and available. And he has always been doing this public awareness from the, not only now, even during his service. He was one of the person who has reached out to so many people. So I think any other specific queries or issues are there? We are already running out of time. Anybody from Jain University would like to add anything? I think they have been the collaborators for this program. Gina, anybody is there? I couldn't recognize the names. Anyone from Jain University, students or the faculty?
Sir, good evening.
Good
Yeah.
evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Pooja here. So I am a volunteer in Vayomanasa Sanjeevani, and it was really, really great, sir. Hearing Dr. Chandrasekhar sir speak, like it was so enlightening, and though it wasn't concerning our age, it was very much interesting, like to attend each and every lines. Hearing all those lines were like really good, and it was very benefiting. Like the way he explained and the way he looks at life in a positive manner, it was also very empowering for us. So yeah, it was really, really great. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Thanks for sharing this, because I think people would have now convinced. There are younger people attending in this audience, and I think the program was meant for you people. And even though it is not concerned to your age immediately, I think you will be able to make difference for your own self as well as your parents, your grandparents, and I think in your various family members who would be aging at a different level.
Exactly.
Okay, so it is not something like aging starts at 60, and I think even to kind of where you can support elderly people, it will be very, very helpful.
Yes.
Actually, the truth is, postponement of aging should start at age of 20. Because till 20 your body grows, your mind development take place. After 20, if you don't take precaution, the deterioration starts from 21st year itself. So that's why, as somebody said, this message should go to all the colleges where people are 18, 19, 20. They have to prepare themselves to postpone their aging. Similarly, do something to postpone aging in their parents or in others in the neighborhood. So
with your guidance, we'll hope of aging young than older. So yeah.
That's true. That's true. Very good. Very good. So I think the Jain University Department of Psychology students have been volunteering for VMS, and we have given them a lot of responsibilities to kind of contribute to kind of create resources where we can actually serve more elderly people. And I take this opportunity to thank the collaboration and the active, enthusiastic participation from all the students and your friends and the colleagues. Sir, we have come to the end of today's program. I would like to, on behalf of Vayomanasa Sanjeevani, as well as Jain University and our collaborating partners, we would like to thank all of you for making it for today's program and making it a success. And I am sure the various issues what are highlighted by Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar sir, all of you would be able to kind of make some changes and initiate some changes and contribute towards healthy aging for us as well as other well-wishers. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your time and contributing to this program, sir.
Yes, PPTs you can give it to people. PPTs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sunil will send you the. I think you have the PPTs with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To all people, let them download it and use it to talk to us.
Sir. Yes, sir. If anybody is interested, please write it, and we will also share with them. So we have the email IDs. We'll share with them.
No copyright. It's public property.
Yes. That's how you have been, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
thanks,
sir.
Dina, for coordinating.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you, one and all.